We are already in week 3. We covered a lot in last week's 2D design class. That's good because that gives you all of week 3's class to work on your interface. This video is a recap of the main things we did in class last week. So what do you want? What the hell, man? What? That was weird. Anyway, so this is a recap video, and as always, let's start the video with a cup of coffee. In week 2's class, I reviewed the project brief for project 5. Your job is to take an ordinary object and add whatever technology you want to make it work better. You're adding 3 or 4 features. Each feature solves a specific problem. The main focus of Project 5 is the interactive interface you are designing to control your features. We also looked at my new interactive project brief, which breaks the project into weekly sections so that you know exactly what you are focusing on each week. We made a list of interfaces that we use in everyday life. I tried organizing them into groups in the class, but I actually adjusted the groupings a bit. The most common interfaces are on objects that have no purpose. So what does this mean? Google Home is a good example. What is Google Home when you're not talking to it? It's a thing that sits there like a rock or a block of wood. In other words, the object needs the interface to be useful. Otherwise, it's useless. So these electronic objects are made for the interface and do not have any other function. Then we had another category of interfaces that are made to work in connection with another object. So light switch connects electricity and a bulb. Breaker panel connects electricity and outlets, and so on. So none of these objects work for Project 5. The last category of interfaces is the most similar to Project 5. The ordinary object already had a purpose and may already have an interface as part of its design. These objects might be candidates for your 12 ordinary objects, as long as they start off with no electronic technology. The purpose of Project 5 is to take an ordinary object that has no technology and no electronics, and you are adding technology to make it work better. The interface on your object is what you use to control the technology. In class, we looked at an existing interface, the one that I made, and reverse engineered it so we could figure out how it was constructed. So this is my interface that I designed, but you can figure out how any interface is designed if you analyze it the same way. When you can see how an interface is constructed, it'll help you understand how you can construct your own interface. I also showed some examples of past student work. Some students made their interface by hand, and others made their interface digitally. It's up to you how you design your interface. Digital is definitely the easiest way to do this, and I recommend Adobe Illustrator for experimenting and fine-tuning your graphic elements. I've got lots of tutorial links in the description to this video. Do some research. I made my own Pinterest page to collect some ideas that I like. At this stage in your process, you are making icons and shapes and deciding on colors. Remember crap? It's super important. You need to know what crap is and how you can use crap to make your designs better. This video does a great job of showing you how you can use the crap rules of design to make your design organized and attractive. When you look for examples of ordinary objects with technology added, consider this measuring spoon with an interface that lets you weigh the ingredient. Or this compost bin that turns your compost into dry organic nutrients that you can add to your garden. Now, what if you don't want your interface to be visible when it's not being used? Well, you can. Hidden interfaces can be activated and made visible. Now, remember to make sure that your interface features actually solve a problem. This is important. Here's an example of a feature that fails huge.
Completely opaque, you must wave your hand in order to be shown the stock levels inside, digitally. something which Redditor New Gunstar claims they don't even do accurately. Nothing like failing to solve a non-existent problem with a solution nobody asked for. Especially when, transparent glass exists? That said, a Walgreens employee in the comments explained that the doors are insulated, meaning the fridges conserve energy, making them environmentally friendlier. Though considering the power required to light up those screens and the precious mined metals needed to craft the computer parts to run them, I'm not sure I buy that.
All right, that was a lot of words. Time for coffee.